So, when you think about bass fishing, what kinds of places come to your mind? Where do you really think of when you're thinking about bass fishing? Well, if you're like most of us, it's probably a pond, a lake, some kind of small impoundment, maybe a tidal river or a big old slow river somewhere. But it's not usually something that looks like this. But once you get down in the southern part of the country, especially the southeast part of the country, we have a lot of different bass down here, and they have, including some that call places like this home. And I think in a lot of cases, unless you're familiar with these fish, if you saw a picture of this and someone asked you what you would expect to catch here, you would be thinking trout. You would not be thinking bass. But this is where red-eye bass and shoal bass and those like them like to hang. Smallmouth bass can also be found in waters like this, to be fair, but they're usually more in the deeper parts of the creek than this. These are kinds of places that red-eye bass thrive in. It's been said many times that these fish do not live in ugly places, and that is 100% true. So one of the aspects of the conservation of native black bass in the United States, and the recent emphasis on conservation of black bass, is that it's expanded our horizons and our understanding of what exactly is bass water. And the fact is, in central Alabama, this right here is bass water. A completely different paradigm than what we generally think of with bass water and bass habitat. And of course, that brings a whole new host of conservation issues such as sedimentation and development and stream banks, stabilization and vegetation, things like that we never really had to consider when we were talking about black bass conservation and management. And now this very much is an issue. The good news is, in a wider sense, is that all of the fish that live in these streams depend upon that kind of habitat, good quality habitats. So this has definitely been a change in the paradigm that's to the benefit of the wider aquatic ecology of these systems.